Emails remained open on the screen pretty much all day, with my wife Kim and I having easy access. Mike constantly sent out emails, but she was generally the one who would pause and read something while walking through the house. The messages or notes at that time were all ministry themes, scripture comments, and visionary ideas about what God wanted Christians to do about this or that. My wife would sometimes fire back a quick reply and then return to her day. I found it exhausting and wanted my own space in my own head. I was getting really tired of so much of Mike's imposing on a daily basis. He would call on the phone and talk to me, sharing some good news about a breakthrough in ministry, and then he would say, "Put Kim on and let me tell her." It seemed harmless, but eventually Dr. Brown began to call Kim directly. There was too much of Mike in our lives. I began expressing my uneasiness to my wife, but she was not very responsive and seemed to shrug it off. I finally told her, "Something is wrong, or I am just going crazy." Soon after that, she came to me and said, "You're not crazy." Then she began unburdening on me. She said that she wasn't sure how it happened. She just wanted to be friends with everyone and did not desire anything else. She tried to explain how he crossed the line in their phone conversations, and somehow she followed. She wasn't sure why or how. Then she wanted to quietly try to fix the situation by herself and put things back the way they should be. She knew the truth would bring down a minister, and she did not want to be known as the woman who had a part in that. There was no fixing it, though. I don't know how Mike did it, or when he became obsessed with my wife, nor how long he worked on her. I don't understand the mechanism of his control. But I absolutely believe that he had the ability and the will to do it. It seems that once he led her to cross the line with their phone conversations, he thought it was time to push to another level. Kim told me that Mike repeatedly demanded she meet him alone someplace, but she refused. He also demanded that she stop being intimate with me. Kim rejected this. She also shared that once, while we were riding with Mike and his wife to a dinner, he reached back behind his driver's seat and tried to feel her leg. After speaking with my wife, I drove alone to Mike's office and confronted him. With his wife present, I told him what Kim had told me. Mike deflected, but I pressured him. Finally, he fully admitted to everything. The intimate speech on the phone, asking her not to sleep with her husband, asking her to meet him privately somewhere, and touching her leg while driving. At the end of the meeting, Nancy finally spoke. She looked at me and asked, "What are you going to do?" In other words, are you going to go public? At least that is how I understood her question. For over 20 years I said nothing. Then Mike appeared to blame my wife for their relationship, which was outrageous. He slandered her name after she had saved his ministry 20 years ago, so I spoke out to set the record straight and defend my wife's honor.